Hello everybody, I'm Cheryl. Welcome. For those of you who are new, I'm so happy to have you join me, and those of you returning, I'm really happy that you still like what you're doing and you're coming back for more. Today's class is going to be a bar class. And if you don't have a bar, a chair will do. And if you are confident in your balancing, then you don't even need a chair. You could do this bar less. The optional things that you could do for today's class as well is a squishy ball. If you don't have a squishy ball, then you could use pillows instead. And you could use some light weights, ones, three, fives, whatever you want, and a mat as well if you have a mat. If not, then that's okay as well. We might go down on the ground. You never know what might happen. So we're just going to start out first by having our legs a little wider than hip distance and shift the weight forward and back just to kind of wake up the ankles, feel what's going on in the feet. You're going to lift the shoulders up and you're going to roll them back and slide them down along the rib cage. Draw the belly button in. So you always want to activate that core the whole time you're working. And while you draw the belly button in, just tuck the tailbone, like pelvic tilt slightly, tucking the tailbone down towards the earth. And now just kind of settle in. And once you've settled in, just be mindful of all four corners of the feet. So you're pressing in all four corners. So you're not kind of leaning to one side or the other or forward. Just activate everything. And again, focus on the form. Shoulders are back, chest is nice and lifted, belly button is towards the spine, and the tailbone is tucked under slightly to keep that core actively engaged. Take a nice deep breath in, arms come up. Inhale, exhale, let them float down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, let it float down. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders back for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll them forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting the weight to one side, the left side, just to lift up the heel from the right, and then shift and lift up the heel from the left. And then we're just going to pedal it out. Just feeling the muscles, roll the shoulders back. Don't compromise on that form. Your abs are always activated. Beautiful. And then we're just going to lift the toes up. And anytime you need to hold on to this chair, please do so. Lift the toes up and then bring them out. And lift them up and bring them in. And out and in and out and in. Belly button is to the spine. Chest is nice and lifted. Tailbone goes towards the earth. And breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shifting the weight slightly, we're going to lift the arms up and float them down. And now you could add on a heel raise. So lift it up and down. You're lifting those heels off the ground, raising up on the balls of the feet, creating a little bit more space, working on those calves, strengthening them, creating that length. Breathe in and out. Anytime you need to hold on to the chair, please do so. 2 more and 1 more. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take the palms, place them back. I always like to work on the rear deltoids as much as I can. So get those shoulders back and lift them, because we spend our whole day like this. So lift them back, and then you're going to sit it back into that invisible seat and lift up into that squat. So the chest is nice and lifted, the arms are staying back. Squeezing on that tricep, trying to lead with the butt. So the butt is reaching back. So if I was here, I'm trying to touch that chair. I'm leaning back with the butt and I'm pressing through the heels on the lift. Push through the heels when you lift up. Be mindful that your knees are not going past your toes. So a lot of people do a squat, they initiate it by going like this, when it's really the butt that starts to move. It's the butt. Press back, lift through the heels, press back, and lift through the heels. Beautiful. 1 more, and bring it facing me if you want. Well, you were probably always facing me. We're going to combine the two. So we're going to lift up on the heels and bring it back into that squat. Lift up and bring it back. Always being mindful that the knees don't go past the toes. Inhale. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Push the butt back. Press through the heels to activate those hamstrings and the glutes. And give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Legs are going a little wider, plie position, or if you're more athletic, a wide-legged squat. Toes are facing outwards, and the knees are in the same exact direction as the toes. We're going to work on the inner thigh. Rolling the shoulders back and down, bring it down and up. If you need that chair, you're going to hold on to it. Now, with the inner thigh movement, you are not sticking the butt back this time. You're keeping the back nice and straight. So it's as if you're sliding down a wall. And then tuck the tailbone under, and then pretend that there's this invisible force between the legs that you're fighting to bring in. So you're creating, without weights, that tension to get the inner thigh. Once you have it here, if you want to, you could add the arms. So bring them down and lift them up, and down and lift them up. Beautiful. Squeeze those legs in towards the midline. Toes and knees are facing in the same exact direction. Make sure to breathe. Beautiful. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. So first things first, grab a squishy ball. Start out with a squishy ball. Roll the shoulders back and down, and then take, if you need to hold on to the chair, hold on to the chair. We're going to hold the ball in the left hand, and the leg closest, the right leg, is going to be working. So just slide it out. Lift up the chest and breathe. For 4, 3, the weight's in the standing leg, and you keep that nice and soft. Now, next level, lift it up. Bring it and bring it down. Great. Draw the belly button in towards the midline and pretend like you're trying to trap a little marble in the hip crease to really activate those abdominals. Beautiful. 2 more and 1 more. Nicely done. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take that standing leg, bring it forward, and bring it back. So the right leg should forward, the left leg is back. Use this chair if you need to. The arm is going to move with this arm. So bring it down and up. If you don't need the chair, that's fine. This knee is directly over the ankle, and you're pressing through that heel. Please do not let that knee pass the toe. Now, you could stay in this position with the arm, or you could add a little bit more movement by bringing it under and lifting up, and under and lifting up. Beautiful. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more there and back. Beautiful. Step it forward. Bring the legs out wide. Roll the shoulders back and down. Ball in the right arm. Bring it down and lift it up. So we're going back to that plie. The arms are added in. Anytime you need that chair for stability, please use it. Don't ever compromise on your form. Once you break the form, you're really not working on those muscles properly. All right, give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the legs back together. If you need that chair, you're going to hold on to it. All the weight is going to be shifted into the right leg. Roll the shoulders back and down. And we're going to bring elbow to knee to work those obliques. So squeeze. Nice. Squeeze. Chest is nice and lifted. Working those obliques, so really squeeze it in there. This standing leg is nice and soft. You don't lock it out. You keep a nice, like, 5-degree bend in that knee to protect that lower back. That's the purpose of that positioning. All right, give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to work on the other leg, so if you need to take this chair and bring it over to the other side, please do so now while we switch sides. Legs are a little wider than hip distance, placing the ball in the right hand. The left hand is on the chair if you need to, and then we're going to bring it, slide it out and back. Tailbone is down to the ground, chest is beautifully lifted up. Lift through the crown of the head to create that space in that spine, working on that posture. Give me 2 more. You could stay here, or you could lift the leg up. Bring it up and down. Squeezing, working on those quadriceps. Draw in like a marble's right here. Trap it right in here to work on those lower abdominals. Beautiful. Nicely done. Give me 2 and 1 more. Beautiful. Legs are out wide, just like we did before. Roll the shoulders back and down, and let's go down and up. And this time, you could try to add a heel raise. It's optional. You don't need to do it. You're just always trying to maybe bring things up to a new level. Holding on to that chair if you need to. And if you are holding on to that chair and you're using that one arm, remember to switch arms, okay? Oops, I'm laughing. Remember, you're sliding down the wall. Don't stick the butt back. Nice. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, left leg is out in front. Right leg is out back. Roll the shoulders back, slide them down. Use the chair if you need to, and just bring it down and up and down and up. Now you're being very mindful. You're going straight down and straight up, and this knee is directly over the ankle. You're not leaning forward towards me. You're going straight down. And now you could add in that option of passing the ball underneath. Beautiful. Keep pressing through that heel. Make sure your legs are like train tracks, so they're hip distance apart. They're not like a tightrope or a balance beam. And the heel is raised of that back leg. And you're always pressing through this front leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you go back to the other side. Step it back. Shift all the way into the left leg. The right leg is going to move as you work those obliques. Squeeze. Squeeze. And this standing leg is slightly bent. And the abs are still engaged by having that belly button drawn back towards the spine. And the pelvic tilt is still being activated by tucking the tailbone under and pressing it down towards the earth. And you breathe when the elbow touches the knee, meaning you exhale then. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders back and down. Legs are hip distance. Take the ball, put it behind you, and then lift and press and press. So see the difference? Roll, slide, and press. It's not going to be a big range of motion at all. Squeeze, squeeze. From here, you could add in that squat. Squat, up, squat. Making sure that you lead the movement by sticking the butt back, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the belly button to the spine, and lift. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Place the ball or the pillow, if you have one, between the legs and squeeze nice and tightly, activating that inner thigh. Roll the shoulders back and down, and now we're going to sit back into that squat. So sit and bring it up, and sit and bring it up. Remember, the butt is going back, and you're squeezing those inner thighs to activate. So you're getting the quadriceps and the hamstrings and the glutes and the inner thighs by having that ball there. For 4, 3, 2, now hold it here. Arms are out, roll the shoulders back and down, and just lift 1 inch and down. All the weight is shifted into the balls of the feet. The chest is still lifted. Don't round the shoulders. Decompress them, bring them back and down. You're pressing through the heels, and you're squeezing the inner thighs. It's a nice isometric. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders back and down, back to those heel raises with the ball in between. Bring it. Breathe, reach up. Extend, extend, nice. Breathing, 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 always breathing, always keeping the core activated. Give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, take the squishy ball, take your pillow, whatever you have, and we're going to go towards that chair right now. So you have some options here. You could have your forearms on the chair, keep the belly button to the spine, and then take your forehead and place it on the chair for support. Keeping your hips squared off. What does that mean? They are both facing the ground. This right hip is going to want to ride up. For this particular move, you want to keep it down because we're working the back, the hamstrings. Once you start rotating it, you're going to work more of the outer thigh, the abductor. So we want to work the hamstrings for this move. You have the option of placing the ball between the leg and squeezing. I would highly suggest that you keep this foot flexed a lot, not point, flex. It seems that a lot of people, when they point, cramp up. But this is optional. You don't need this. You don't have to have this. That's fine. I'm going to, you're in your right leg. I'm just going to switch it so you can see what I'm doing. You could stay exactly where you are. So the ball's in the right leg. You could be here. Some people like to be way out here. Whatever works for your body. Flex the foot. Draw the right hip towards the earth and the left hip towards the sky. Activate the hamstring, and let's go. Press and push. You're pressing through the heel, like you're trying to put a stamp on something. Keep the belly button to the spine. I know it's hard because your belly is going to want to just blob out since it's facing the ground, and it's so easy with gravity to just kind of fall and collapse, but you are really going to fight gravity and keep that belly button towards your spine to keep it activated the whole time. So give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up here, check your form, right hip to the flat ground, left hip up, and then pulse, pulse, little pulses. Just slightly pushing, pushing, pushing through the heel. Think of the knee pushing directly through the heel to activate. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now while you're here, stand up. My knees are in line with each other. My belly button is the spine. So I'm not bringing my leg here. This is where my leg is, and then just squeeze. Like you're trying to crack a walnut or squeeze juice out of an orange. And now it's just kind of a little bit more activation of the hamstring squeeze. You're trying to draw your heel towards your butt. and squeeze the air out of this ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Little wobble, wiggle, pedaling it out, and we're going to go to the other leg. You can keep that chair here. I'm going to move it so we're on the right leg now, just so that you can see my leg. Place the ball or the pillow or nothing behind, squeeze, keep the foot nice and flexed. Draw this left hip towards the earth and the right hip towards the sky so they stay parallel to the ground. Position your arms the way they need to be. Everybody starts with the knees together and then lift. Standing leg, please don't lock it out. Don't hyperextend at the knee. You want to have that knee nice and soft to protect the back and to protect the knee as well. And you're just putting that stamp. You're stamping with that heel. Pushing from the knee through the heel. So that's where you're directing the muscle movement here. Keeping that belly button in. Don't let the shoulders ride up. It's a lot to think about, I'm sure. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here, and little pulses. Press, press, press. Don't let the butt arch. This is when it's going to want to arch. Don't let it. Push the knee through the heel for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Pedal it out. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Nice little pedals. All right, we're going to put the ball back between the legs and roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to raise the heels up, and we're going to go into that squat with the heels raised. So if you want to face this chair, you can. Sit it back and bring it up. Sit it back and bring it up. Now I know there's a lot of barre classes where they tuck in and they go like this. I find for my knees, that's way too much stress on my knees. So I don't teach my classes that way. Everybody is different, right? So you honor your body. If you are used to doing that, if that feels fine for your knees, if you choose to do that, please, by all means, do it. I personally don't teach my classes that way. So give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift the heels up a little higher, sit it down, and then there, you go for that inch, that inch. See if you get the heels up a little bit higher. You're using that chair to help you out. Really reach up. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Gonna pedal, 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 pedal. You're gonna keep that ball and place it behind the left leg. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do the left leg first. Now's the time to grab one weight if you have it. If you don't, that's okay. If you don't have a squishy ball or a pillow, or if the squishy ball kept falling off and really frustrated you, don't deal with that. You shouldn't be frustrated. My foot is flexed again, my belly button is back, my tailbone is down. And look where I'm starting. My knees touch. I'm not bringing my leg here. I'm keeping it here the whole time in this plane. My ankle is somewhat in line with my knee for right angle. I'm gonna go this way. I'm not doing this. See the difference? All right, shift the weight into the right leg. Roll the shoulders back and down. Knees in line, don't hinge at the waist. And now look, now my wrist is in line with my elbow. And let's go, reach and bring it. Knee is soft of the right leg, that's the standing leg. Everything is creating that space with the torso. The belly button is to the spine. The wrist is in line with the elbow. And the knee comes back and kisses the other knee. That will protect and keep you from hinging at that hip joint. And breathe for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the dumbbell on the outside, tailbone is tucked under, and then pulse, 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 pulse. Keep that foot flexed and this knee soft. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna put the ball down on the chair or someplace where it won't roll away. Oh, beautiful. Okay, it's not gonna roll away. Roll the shoulders back and down. Palm is facing up. So we're gonna work on the biceps. Shift the weight back into that right leg. Now, your leg could be here, it could be here, or you could extend it. So you have options on where you want to do this move. Hold here. If you don't need to, bring your hand to the hip. Roll it back, leg is up, and let's go. Toes pointed. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now keep the toe pointed, bring the palm facing in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Flex the foot, palm faces up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep the foot flexed, bring the palm face in. Last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Bring the legs out wide. You have the option, no weight or the squishy ball. That's your option. Holding on to the chair if you need to or not. We're going down into that plie and we're bringing the leg across. Or you're going back into the play and you're working the arm with it. So that's the move. Pick your level and proceed. Bring it down. So you could use a weight, or you could use a squishy ball, or you could just keep your arm here if you don't want to work the arm. Lots of options. Pick which one works for your body. Make sure you're breathing. You're exhaling on the exertion, which for this particular move is a lift. That's the exertion right there. Working the inner thigh. For 8 and the shoulder. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Roll the shoulders back and down. Remember when we did the abs, the obliques, and we used the dumbbell? And we didn't use the dumbbell, we used the ball. Now we're bringing it up a notch. First, we're going to go on the diagonal. So bring it. 7. Beautiful. Nice. And if you don't need to hold on, you don't have to. Draw the belly button in. Make sure to breathe. For 2 and 1. Shift the weight, roll the shoulders back, hold on. Now we're going out. For 10, 9, 8, standing leg micro bend, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take the left leg, bring it out in front. Take the back leg, the right leg, bring it out back. Heels raised on that one. Make sure the knee is directly over the heel of the left leg. And now the option is we're going to do a split lunge. So we're going to go down and up. That weight is going to add extra oomph on the leg. Or you could lift that heel up. Hold on to the chair, bring it down and up. Chest is nice and lifted, and breathe. Push, push, push. Now you're pushing through the ball of the left leg, of the front foot. Tailbone is tucked under, belly button is to the spine, and breathe. Nice. Nice. Give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yay! All right, we're gonna switch sides. If you need the chair, bring it over to the other side. You may not need the chair, but I'm gonna show you how quickly you can move the chair. Squishy ball or not squishy ball. Bring it behind that leg. Make sure the foot is flexed. Make sure the knee is in line with this leg. It's not hinging. It's staying here the whole movement. See? It's not going here. Left leg. Keep that nice and soft. Right angle with the right arm. Wrist in line with the elbow. And let's lift. Bring it. Beautiful. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Lift through the crown of the head. And keep those right angles with everything. Keep the right angles going with everything. Don't hinge from that hip. Standing leg, micro bend. Belly button drawn in. Exhale on the lift. That's the exertion. And give me 8 more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand on the outside and pulse. Pulse, 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 pulse. Tailbone is down. Right angle remains with the leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take the ball, put it off to the side somewhere. We're going back to that inner thigh. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want the ball, you can have the ball. So remember, it's the plie. Toes are facing out. Plie and sweep. Hand could be here. Hand could be here. Or you could put the ball in the hand, or you could use the dumbbell. And you could always have the chair here for support. Down and sweep. Down. I like to keep my foot flexed. I know it's not very ballet-y. I'm more athletic. But I find when I flex my foot, I engage different parts of the muscle. But we're doing 2 sets, so you can do it with pointed or flexed. Flexing the feet also prevents cramping. So if you're prone to cramping, flex the foot. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going on the diagonal for the abs, holding the ball, no ball, or the squishy ball, and bring it in. Use the chair if you need to. Really work the abs here. Squeeze for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders back down, legs a little wider hip distance, and knee is soft here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand is on the step if you need to, I'm assuming. Listen, if you've got great balance, that's fine. That's awesome. I shouldn't just say fine. Right leg is out in front. Left leg is out back. Farther than you think, because you want to make sure this knee is directly over the ankle and not past it. Legs are hip distance apart. Heel is raised of the back leg. And now heel is raised of the front leg as well. And let's lower and bring it up. Press through the ball of the foot of the front leg. Belly button is to the spine. Chest is nice and lifted. And the crown of the head is also nice and lifted. So everything is creating that space. And make sure to breathe. So you're exhaling on that lift. Nice. Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it out. You could place the hand weight down, and we're going to go back to the bar with the rear. We don't need the ball. I'm just going to put it off on the side so it doesn't float away. Find your positioning once again. Forehead could be on the chair, or you could have nice full extension, flat back, parallel to the earth, whichever works for your body. Shift the weight into the left leg. The right leg is working. Point the toe and lift up and down, up and down, up and down. Draw the right hip towards the earth, the left hip towards the ground. And make sure to breathe. Standing leg is soft. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flex the foot. Now, if you're feeling discomfort in your lower back, you need to draw the belly button back to the spine and don't lift your leg as high. You don't want to compromise lifting the leg high by arching the back and collapsing. So you just want to go as high up as you can until you feel that nice hamstring glute activation. Don't compromise the lower back. Make sure to breathe. You're exhaling on the squeeze right here. Give me 1 more. Keep it extended, point the toe and pulse. Pulse. Draw the right hip towards the ground. I'm sure it's trying to ride up right now. Draw it towards the ground right now. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flex the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more set. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pedal it out. The standing leg, the non-working leg, the left leg, I'm sure is nice and sore right now. We're going to go on, and to move on to that left leg, I'm just going to switch so you can see my legs. Find your position. The weight's now on the right leg, and don't lock it out. Keep it a little bit soft. Draw the left hip towards the ground, the right hip towards the ceiling. Find your arm position, and let's go. Up and down. Draw the left hip towards the earth, the right hip towards the ceiling. So the hips are nice and squared off. They're parallel to the floor because we're getting the hamstrings and we're getting the glutes. And you're breathing, and draw the belly button back, the shoulders back. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flex the foot right here. And squeeze. Squeeze. Nice. Squeeze. Be mindful of your form. Where's your belly? Is it falling to the ground? Don't let it. Draw it back to the sky, to the ceiling. For 8, 7, 6, don't lock out the right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, keep the leg extended, the left leg, point it and pulse. Draw the left hip towards the earth, the right hip towards the sky. It always wants it to creep up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flex that foot. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last set. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Flat back, flat arms, hollow out the armpits, get that nice deep stretch, knees are nice and soft. Beautiful. And bring it up. All right, so for these moves, you don't necessarily need the bar, I'm sorry, the chair, but if you do need it for you personally, keep it close by. You always have that as an option. It's always there for you. Grab the light set of dumbbells or no set of dumbbells. Again, that's your option as well. Roll the shoulders back and down. Legs are hip distance. Belly button is to the spine. You're going to lift up and bring it down. Beautiful. Front raises. Front raises. Roll the shoulders back and down. And just do one more. Beautiful. Now, just open and close. Nice. Shorten the levers if this is bothering your shoulders. You just shorten the levers. For 2, and then 1. And then we're going to combine it. Knees are soft, belly button is to the spine. Lift it and open, or you shorten the levers. You bring it up and you open. So that's your modifier. Up and open, or up and open. Now you could stay here, or if you feel we didn't do enough legs, you could add the legs. Squat, open, close, and up. Remember the form on the squat. The hips are back, the weight's in the heels, the chest is nice and lifted. Try not to let the knees go past the toes. You want to protect the knees the whole time. Make sure to breathe. Beautiful. Nice. Give me 4. Where's the belly button? Draw it back. 3. Where are the knees? Don't let them go over the toes. Where's the weight? In the heels. 2. One more. Beautiful. Nice. Roll the shoulders back and down. Step it forward with that right leg, and back leg is lifted. So we're going to go into triceps right now. If you need to hold on to the chair to do so, first of all, you could just stay here. Elbows are back, wrists start at the hips, and they go back. That's how you do the triceps. You could stay here. We could add the leg in. We're going down. And look, I'm even making an adjustment. My back leg is now, the shin's parallel to the earth. My front knee is directly over the ankle. And I lift up. And I go down. You could do this with one arm if you want to hold on to the chair, and then you would switch sides. So everybody get in their position. I'll stay this way so you can see the form. You could face me. Look how far my legs are. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hands are here, and let's go. Down. Squeeze. Keep the elbows lifted. Don't bring your wrists to your waist or your shoulders. That's working the biceps, and that's a resting point for your triceps. We don't want to do that. Breathe. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, so now we got to go on the other leg. So if you were doing one arm and you were using that chair, then you hold on and you just do the one arm. You have options here. There's always options. If you don't have shoulder issues, first of all, here's option 1. Palms face forward, squeeze, bring it back. Hitting the tricep at a different angle. Just like we did the biceps with palms in, palms up. Or you could go overhead if you do not have shoulder issues. So pick what you'd like to do, and let's go. Make sure that the knee is over the heel of the front leg. Heels lifted to the back leg. Legs are hip distance apart. And then you're squeezing at the top. You're pressing through the front heel. And you're trying to keep the elbows facing front. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Take both dumbbells. Your back is a very large muscle group. I trust that you could do this with 2 dumbbells. Trying to like get you out of your comfort zone, but by all means, if it's challenging for you, don't use 2 dumbbells. Put them both in your left hand. Step forward with your right leg, roll the shoulders back and down. Same thing as that lunge position. Hinge forward, look at my shoulders, they're parallel. I'm not letting this one ride up. And you're gonna draw back, like you're starting a lawnmower. And look at my adjustments. I'm drawing my left hip forward and my right hip back. You could stay here or you could add the lunge. So it'd be down and up. Beautiful. Belly button is to the spine. Make sure your shoulders are parallel to the earth. Draw your right hip back and your left hip forward so that your hips are parallel to the earth. Squeeze the belly button. Keep the head extended through the neck from the spine. So don't curl at the neck upwards. You don't want to hurt that cervical spine. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to stay here, actually, with that right leg forward, left leg back. Bring the palms in, hinge forward to activate the core, and pulse, 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 pulse. You're just hinging slightly forward to get that core activated. So it's like a nice straight line from your heel to your hip to your shoulder to your head. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching out legs. Left leg is out in front, right leg is out back. Look, they're hips, trains, they're not tightrope. Going down, you're going to see me shift and adjust. So I'm drawing this left hip back and this right hip forward, and I'm not letting these shoulders ride up. Drawing back from the elbow, adjust, pushing the right shoulder down, left shoulder up, and then you could add that lunge if you want. Squeeze, squeeze. Make sure that the knee is over the heel. You're pressing through that front heel. You're drawing back with the elbow. You're keeping the chest lifted. You're not collapsing on this arm. This arm is just kind of there for support, but don't collapse into it. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping the legs where they are. Just reach up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Hinge. Arms up. Scissor. And breathe. Draw the belly button back. Lift from the crown. Roll the shoulders back. Make sure to breathe. Work those rear deltoids and the triceps. And let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, put the dumbbells down. Grab your squishy ball. And a mat if you have it. Hopefully you do have a mat. Maybe not, that's okay. Pause, find a mat or a carpet or something that you feel comfortable on, and then come back and join us. So I've got this squishy ball for those of you who have lower back issues, and I also have it, you could take a bunch of pillows, a bolster if you're a yogi, anything that will support that lower back. It is optional, you don't need it, but I do find that people tend to stress their lower back when they're doing this. And I lied, you could grab 2 dumbbells, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was a liar. You're drawing the belly button in. That's how you're activating these abdominals. You're taking this squishy ball or towel or something, and you're putting it back so that it supports your lower back while you draw the belly button in and work on the abs. And you could keep that chest and shoulders open instead of worrying about the back and being like this. All right, the point is to really target the abs, support the lower back, and shift. Now,
could do this without dumbbells or with dumbbells. We're going to be working on the shoulders, the latissimus dorsi, and the abs at the same time. Roll them back. Lift up, pull, and pull. Keep the belly button to the spine. Keep the chest lifted. Don't round out the shoulders. You're keeping that chest open. So you're working the latissimus dorsi, which we just did on those bent over rows. The shoulders are also being activated, and the core is being activated as long as you don't round those shoulders. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't round. Roll them back and bring them side to side to side. And you can keep them up if you want. It depends on if you want to work the shoulders a little bit more. Belly button is back. Chest is lifted for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're going to flip it, and we're going to bring it onto the plank. Flip. Take the squishy ball or the pillow, place it right between the legs. And from here, just to make sure you have the right form, could have done this at the beginning, but if you go through this and repeat this workout, you'll know my wrists are underneath my shoulders, my knees are underneath my hips, and I'm drawing the belly button in as far as I can. That's how you're activating that core. Keep it activated. Bring it down to the forearms. They're nice and parallel. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. The belly button is still drawn back. Step it back. Belly button to the spine. Slide your ribs towards your hips and slide your hips towards your ankles to really activate the core. And then just nice little pelvic tilt. Tilt, knees kiss, and up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's getting hot lower, and I'm sweating. Oops. Flip it back. Okay, flip it back. Squishy ball, pillow, nothing between the legs. Belly button is to the spine. Grab those light dumbbells. If you have them, toes and knees are facing forward. Sweat is in my eye. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Belly button is to the spine. You're going to squeeze the chest right now. Squeeze it. And then exhale, lift up. And then lower. Squeeze the chest. Exhale, lift up and lower. Now, you could add in that hip raise. So bring it up and down. Squeeze and down. Squeeze and down. Belly button is to the spine. Push the knees towards the far away from you. Squeeze the chest before you lift these weights. And breathe. And exhale. And exhale. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the hips up, isometrics. Push the knees away. Bring the palms in, but form a V with your hands. Lift the hips up a little higher. Push the knees a little farther. Roll the shoulders back and plug them into the earth. And then arms are soft. Keeping the isometrics on the legs. Open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Squeeze the chest muscles. Squeeze the chest muscles. Exhale when the arms close. Lift the hips higher. They're going to sag right about now. Push the knees away to activate the hamstrings a little bit more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the dumbbells, place them right at the hip crease, and press, and press. Roll the shoulders back so they're plugged into the earth. The back of the head is plugged into the earth. You're pushing away with the knees. And give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower. Put the dumbbells off to the side. And grab the ball. That could go off to the side as well. Hug the knees into the chest. Reach around. Grab opposite elbows. Push the tailbone down towards the earth. Belly button all the way down towards the earth. Interlace the fingers. Put them an inch or two below the left leg. Extend the right leg out. Roll the shoulders back so you've got the left leg and you're squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. You're pulling that into your shoulder. And you're flexing the right foot so that it's nice and activated. Bend the right leg to support the lower back. Extend the left foot up to the ceiling. Don't lock out the knee. Keep it soft. Reach behind the thigh or the calf. Pull it in towards the chest and point and flex. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending at the knee, cross the left ankle over the right foot, flex the feet, lift the right leg up, reach behind the right thigh, pull it in towards the chest. Take your left elbow, put it below the left knee, and you can push away for some extra stretching. Take your tailbone and slide it towards the earth. Get that length in the spine. Flex the feet to protect the knees. Release the hands, but keep the legs where they are in this position, and let them gently roll to the right side. Place your hands on the ground, lift your shoulders up, slide them to the right. So now both shoulders are making contact with the earth. Take the left leg, maybe you could open it up a little bit farther so that the knee is directly facing the sky or the ceiling. Cactus the arms and look over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it back to center. Hug it in. Interlace the fingers. Put them an inch underneath the right leg. Extend the left leg out onto the ground. Roll the shoulders back. Pull that knee in towards the shoulder. Flex the left foot a lot. Push the tailbone down towards the earth so that that length of that spine is nicely created, and squeeze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left leg, extend the right leg to the ceiling, knee is nice and soft, reach behind the thigh or the calf, gently pull it towards the chest, roll the shoulders back, plug them into the earth, and point and flex the foot. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending at the knee, taking that ankle, placing it right below the left knee. Flex the foot, lift the left leg up, flex that foot, reach the hand behind the thigh, pull it in towards the chest, take this right elbow, push it, if you can, underneath the right knee, pushing that away while you're pulling in the thigh. Roll the shoulders back, push the tailbone towards the earth, get that beautiful stretch. Take a deep breath in, exhale, inhale. Release the hands, but keep the legs where they are. Place the palms to the ground and just let the legs gently float to the left side. Push into the earth, lift the shoulders up, slide them to the left. Open up the leg a little bit more if you have that flexibility, that range of motion. The knee goes to the ceiling. Cactus the arms and look over the left shoulder, the right shoulder, I'm sorry. I have the sun right in my eyes and the sweat. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring it back, hug it in, lift the legs up, hold them at the calves, the inner thigh, or the toes to get that inner thigh stretch. Take a deep breath in again. Exhale, sit it up. And wherever you feel in this nice, comfortable seat of yours, roll the shoulders back and down, slide them. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let them float. Inhale, let them rise. Bring the hands behind. Reverse tabletop just to open up the shoulders a little bit. Lift the hips up, push the knees away, roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the beautiful opening of the chest and the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you have any questions, just ask below. Subscribe to the page if you like it. Tell your friends all about it, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining.